the city put out, they wanted to beautify Kingston, so they put some tubs out around town, and they put the flowers in them, and they got them a 15-gallon sprayer sitting in the back of the pickup, and they was trying to water these 20 or 25 barrels with a 15-gallon sprayer, and I've seen them out there many times just spraying it with that little fine mist on there, and this is what happened to their barrels. So they came to me and asked me if I would put out some barrels around the city to beautify Kingston, and I told them I would. I'd take it on. And so when I did, this is what I did. A little bit difference in the look, right? I will go back and tell you that barrel that was sitting there that was dead, when we tried to remove those, 3 of us tried to lift them, and we couldn't lift them. They had that kind of heavy soil in those tubs. These are filled with compost and potting soil. There's another one that's sitting out there holding water and everything. And there's another one that was helped over from one fall. I took it and put it in a hot tub with no heat. Next spring, this is what it looked like. So I just wanted you to see that. And now then, we've got into saving on water, saving on labor. And so this is what we're doing here. We're building these tubs, wicking tubs we call them. By the way, I'm not trying to advertise, but I have a YouTube channel that you can go that says Gardening with Leon. I have nearly 60 videos on there now that you can learn all of this about. I'm not going to spend any time on how to build these, but we'll teach you on YouTube. Or you can call me. One of my friends put my telephone number on it, and my phone blows up every day, anywhere from 20 to 40 calls a day. But that's okay. I answer every one of them before I go to bed usually. But anyway, and this is what we did. We put 3 4-inch pipe in the bottom of that, drilled our hole at 3 inches. We were holding 3 inches of water. This is what we did with the barrels we put uptown. We put a ground cover over that now to keep the soil out of the pipe. We've done a lot of different ways. If you get on that YouTube channel, you're going to see we're using milk bottles, milk jugs. We're using cans that come from the school cafeterias. Just anything that's going in the trash you can use, let's use them and save that going in the trash. Because you know when it goes in that trash, those plastics float down the rivers into the oceans, and we're killing our mammals now. They found a whale, last spring, and they cut him open. He had 86 pounds of plastic in his stomach because of what we're doing with our plastic. So use them in the bottom of these. Get on my YouTube channel. Let's see what we can do. There's some lettuce growing in one of those self-wicking tubs. Now, there's cucumbers growing in those self-wicking tubs right there. And there's the cucumbers that Steve took the picture of. That's where we were looking at them there. It's a little 12 or 24 high tall. You grow a lot of food in a little home, back in the backyard. Unless you're going to go to a market, you just need a little smaller and grow your food in. We push people now to build a 14-foot wide, and to buy a 14-foot wide instead of a 12, because the 4 rows of tubs will fit a lot better in 14 than it does in 12. I was just pushing the issue, pushed them 2 barrel tubs together, you can see in the middle, to make more room in there to walk on the sides. There's squash in those same wicking tubs. There's lettuce and spinach in the same wicking tubs. You can see that. I love that spinach coming out of there, and that lettuce too. I love spinach best, but it's darker green. Got more food value to it. Tomatoes. There's what tomatoes look like in a wicking tub. There's one sitting there, it's a grow bag sitting there. We have those set up to where they have water standing in the bottom of those. I'm going to go out here after we leave here, and I'm going to go here and talk to Smart Pots. That's one of their Smart Pots. And talk to them and try to get them to put a plastic lining in that thing to hold water. And save me having to put my homemade rigging in the bottom of that. And I showed you on YouTube if you want to go through it and look how it is. But it's pretty massive tomatoes there, right? And there's your cherry tomatoes. That's blooms on the cherry tomatoes, and that's sun gold sitting right beside them. That's the same plant, just different stage of the deal. There's your sweet 100s, same way. Now those plants right there, that's not just 3 or 4 foot tall. That is about 8 to 10 feet tall in that high tall. And there's tomatoes all the way to the bottom, not just up on the top. There's one of those azaleas in that wicking tub. Now then, that little girl is in the 3rd grade. This last spring, they gave everybody a cabbage plant. In the 3rd grade, said, y'all go home and plant it. And the one we're going to, in later on in the spring or first of August, I think it was, they were going to decide who had the biggest plant. He was supposed to keep pictures of it and everything, and the one that had the biggest plant in the 3rd grade at Oklahoma got a $1,000 scholarship when he went to college. But that little girl's in the 3rd grade. She's in Dearland, Oklahoma. She bought one of my self-wicking tubs there, blue one. You can't even see it for the cabbage. That cabbage is 36 inches across. This little girl did it herself. Now, you notice there's no holes in those leaves. You know anything about growing cabbage? That's hard to do, isn't it? That's hard to do. She said, how can I keep the ants off of them? She's having trouble with ants, and she said, how can I keep ants, but I don't want to put any spray on it. And I told her, I said, take Vaseline, put it all the way around that barrel up about 4 inches on that barrel, and keep the fire ants from going up your barrel into your deal. And I can't remember right now what I told her to put on there for Dipel. That's what it was, Dipel. She sprayed that with Dipel, and it's not like a rain this year, but that's all right, we're inside. Now, I want to tell you about that pickup load of roses. There's 4 roses right there, is all there is. That's them knockout roses. I put those 2-gallon roses in those baking tubs in October. I sold those 4 roses in Mother's Day of May of the next year. They went from a 2-gallon to those 20-gallon tubs from October to May. On Mother's Day, I sent those down on Sunday morning. I sent those down to the garden center from up on the hill, had 4 of them. And it wasn't 15 minutes, the lady called me and said, how much do you want for these roses? And I said, well, I want $150 a piece for them. She said, okay. She hung up. She called me right back. She said, the gentleman wants to know what you'll take for all 4 of them. I said, I'll take $125 a piece. He shelled out 5 $100 bills for those 4 roses. 6 months from a 2-gallon into those 20-gallon buckets. Okay. And let's see. Saving labor. I'm going to go back just a minute. I'll talk about it. These wicking tubs, the reason they're so valuable to me is I conserve all of my water. You know, as soon as it starts running out that hole on the side, I know to shut it off and save all that water in the bottom. And then I don't have to water for another week to 10 days. Now, every gallon of water I put in those tubs, I put a teaspoon of fertilizer in. And you can get all this off of YouTube, but we put a teaspoon of fertilizer in every gallon that goes in the bottom of that thing. I want that plant to sit there and drink and eat and breathe 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that's what it does. And I don't have to stay there and do that for it. Anyway, we'll save labor. We were growing these cherry tomatoes you saw back over there, 8, 9 feet tall. We had to tie them up twice a week to hold them up on strings. I thought, that's a lot of labor. I'd get up at daylight. I was in the greenhouse every morning at daylight tying tomatoes up and work till 9 or 10 o'clock and then go back home and eat breakfast. Anyway, I thought, what if we set these is the same wicking tub now, holding water 3 inches deep in the bottom of it. What if we set these up on a barrel and just let those tomato plants just hang over the side? And that's what I did. I don't have a picture of them growing there, but anyway, that's what we did. Now, we don't have a picture of it yet. The problem with this is my tomato plants hit the ground. The ones we had in there first were early girls, and they hit the ground. Now that's, you see that's nearly 6 feet tall. And so we went the next year to early doll. Well, early girl was the first one we put in. This next year we went to keep them hitting the ground, we put early doll. But we didn't like that early doll because it's too small. People want a bigger tomato. So we went to red douche, D-E-U-C-E, red douche, and they'll grow just about down to the ground and stop, and they grow a big tomato on it. I'm not promoting red douche, I'm just telling you that's what we used the 3rd year. But anyway, we were saving labor not having to tie them up. Okay, there's even way we tried growing cucumbers in a non-circulating hydroponic. Dr. Cracky, you know, over in Hawaii, University of Hawaii, he did this in a trash can. So I thought, why don't I just take some blue barrels and, you know, sometimes you say you can't see the trees for the forest, you can't see the forest for the trees, whichever way it is. You look at that, I drilled a hole in there big enough to put that pot in there. Why did I do that? I had 2 bungalows already in it. So anyway, but I did it, and I set that in a 4-inch pot down in there, no soil now, just set that little plug down in it, and that sat there and grew those cucumbers. You can look at them here down on the side of this barrel there, in that side view. Never seen so many cucumbers in all of my life. We used a Divia, D-I-V-A. They're all female bloom, and they will make you the cucumbers. Now, there's other varieties that's all female, but not, these, you can buy these the cheapest on the market that I know of on the all female. D-I-V-A, Divia. Well, if you want to kind of get out of the box and grow other things, this is kumquats. I've had these kumquats growing now for about 4 or 5 years. The only problem is you have to heat this a little bit in the wintertime. Give you a little tip. If you want to get out of the box and get into some of this stuff like this, the little cuties they have in Walmarts, if you buy you some of those plants and put them in your high tunnel, they'll take it down to 15 degrees. So that's what I want to do next if I ever find time, is put some of those in, and I won't have to heat them. Yes, when the fruit comes off in November, December, you'll have to pick those fruit, before it gets down in that cold freezing, because or either heat them. But usually the fruit is gone by the time we have hard freezes at the first of the year. But anyway, figs, put those figs in those wicking tubs. In 3 years they were so big I had to get them out of it. They were 7, 8 feet tall. I put them over these 275-gallon totes, and now then they're 12 feet tall. I got to trim them. They're growing so fast, it's just pitiful. We have that wicking in the bottom of that same 275-gallon tote. You see the figs over on the side view. It made a fig at they make a fig at every leaf. Okay, blackberries. We tried the blackberries, did wonderful. I mean, they just blackberries all over. Of course, they die back every year. This is a picture over to the left that you see where they die back. We cut them back, let them come back every year. And not a bad crop to grow either, blackberries.